Hey, everybody, there you guys go. Hey, this is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and a marketing entrepreneur. I hope all is well. It is Wednesday and it is about 1 o'clock, and this is the time where I like to share a little bit of information about the real estate market. And today's topic is actually a topic that I've spoken about in the past, and a lot of people continue to ask me questions because we are in such a market that people are trying to find a home. So with that being said, today's topic is how to buy a HUD home in 2021. Yes, the market is experiencing what we call a seller's market, but there are opportunities, and when these opportunities present themselves, you need to be ready. So I figure I'd educate you, and so that you can be ready and stay ready, so you don't have to get ready when the opportunity comes. So once again, this is State of the Real Estate Market with Chris Brown. Welcome. If you are a subscriber to the YouTube channel, I am trying something new, trying something different. I am trying to cross over to the YouTube area and actually begin to get some subscribers. So if you guys would, be sure to click on the link. There should be a link in the bio or down below this live stream, so that you guys can just click on the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and always click on the notification button. That way, when I do additional updates, and you will get the notification of that information right away. You'll be one of the first to get it. So with all of that being said, this is a channel where we talk about not only buying, selling, and investing in real estate, but we also talk about building wealth and different entrepreneurial opportunities that are available, that are out there. I am trying out a couple of things because this is a world of entrepreneurship. And as I'm doing things, I like to share with you guys. And plus, a lot of people ask me about certain topics that are out there, and they've asked me, have I tried it? Since I do try a couple of different things. So with that being said, be sure to tune in. So let's go ahead. Let's dive into our presentation today. Share that with you guys. How to buy a HUD home in 2021. So with that being said, for those who don't know about me, I am from the New York, a cold city called Buffalo. I did attend high school in St. Petersburg, which was Lakewood High School. Did attend school after that in cold Michigan. I like the cold for some reason. From there, I've got a couple of degrees, had some experience, had some fun doing football and doing track, and got my real estate career started in about 2004. So I've been around doing a couple of things in the real estate world for a little bit here. I've seen a few things, done a few things, and still learning. So trust me, even with today's market, this is a market with your most experienced people have never seen. They may have seen something similar, but nothing like this. So with that being said, all right, what is HUD? So for the people who are asking about what is HUD, and for those who don't know what HUD actually stands for Housing and Urban Development. It is a government entity that provides housing support and uplifts the community. So they do have different programs that are available that help in some kind of way in your community, whether it be primarily around housing and financing and housing for different individuals. So keep that in mind if you are asking about what is HUD. You can always visit HUD.gov if you would like more additional information about some of the programs that they may offer. If you are in the housing world, you should know a little bit about this, especially with the HUD.gov website. It is loaded with information and also resources, especially if you may be in a position right now where the money is a little funny. We did go through a pandemic. So with that being said, be sure to check that out, or feel free to reach out to me, direct message me. I can see if I can answer a specific question or point you in the right direction. That's typically what I do, is point you in the right direction so that you can get additional information to help you out. All right, where to find HUD homes. So since today's topic is about HUD homes and availability of HUD homes, I want to tell you guys where you guys can find them. So the number one resource for HUD Homes is HUDHomestore.com. This is a website, and what I'll do in this presentation, I'm actually going to walk you guys through and navigate this website. So it is pretty unique, but this is the #1 resource for HUD homes that are available. The market is still like I said, it is experiencing a seller's market, and not so much seller's market in regards to HUD homes, but it is a lack of inventory. And because of what's going on and what HUD homes are, they're typically homes that have been placed back on the market because of some type of default in a loan or mortgage that someone had that was government backed. So keep that in mind. The MLS, multiple listing services. So a lot of people may or may not have access to the MLS. There are different ways of getting access to it. If you want to reach out to me, I can give you local access to the Tampa Bay area. So typically, if you are working with a real estate professional, you'll be able to find this information. Or if you are a real estate professional, the MLS is a great resource for these type of homes. Additionally, the internet. So the internet has a number of different websites. These big websites like your Zillow, your Realtor.com, your multiple housing websites that are out there. So basically what happens is these websites, these big websites, they take the information from the MLS and then they push it onto their website. Now, for the information to get onto the website, it actually comes from the HUDHomestore.com website. So like I said, the HUDHomestore.com website is the #1 resources. But if you want additional details, a lot of times you'll either find it through the MLS or you may find it somewhere on the internet. So keep that in mind. All right, with HUD does offer different programs. So, and we'll speak of just 3 of the top programs that I am very familiar with and that a lot of people typically get insight on or have questions about. So with that being said, we have the very first special program that they have is nonprofit organizations and government entities. They work with nonprofit organizations. So if you have a nonprofit or a nonprofit, government entities, if you are close to your local government, working with, say, your local city, municipalities, there are resources or they may have some insight on available properties or possible opportunities that may be available to you to be able to purchase. And they'll be able to provide you with the criteria that may be needed. Good neighbor next door. Now, this is applies to a lot of our superheroes, our firefighters, our teachers. These are the superheroes of the community. And with that being said, there are programs for those superheroes out there for them to live in, whether it may be a specific area, specific neighborhood, or if it just may be some additional type of financing that may be available. HUD does have this opportunity for those superheroes of our community, and we greatly appreciate all of your service that you guys provide to us. We want, and with that being said, the government wants to reward you. By rewarding you, they want to make sure that you have housing and so that you can build a foundation within your community. So with that being said, take advantage of that. Look and review and educate yourself on different opportunities that HUD has to offer for you. And then some people think that this is a myth or it's somebody misread something, but are there really homes for $1? This program does exist, and the answer to your question is yes. $1 homes do exist. Now, in today's market, the situation may not be as often, but these type of homes do exist and they do surface. And how you can get in touch with these type of properties would primarily be through your local government entities, your municipalities. It's making that contact. Every city, every municipality has some type of housing organization that is within their programs that they offer through your city, whatever it may be. And this is how you can get the scoop on opportunities that may present themselves. There's going to be some criteria. So keep that in mind. So now this is what the HUD Home Store.com website looks like. And what I'll do with you guys is I want to do a search. But keep in mind, like I said, this is, these homes are an additional resource that may be available out there. I know the inventory is low, but it's thinking of how you can be creative in making and finding new opportunities that may be out there. So I know the last time that we did some searching, it was a little bit of a challenge. So, when we are searching for homes in today's market, it can be a challenge. These homes are going within days, within hours. I have a number of buyer clients that they're struggling. It's hard to put in an offer these days, especially in my market. I'm in the Tampa Bay market. For my sellers, oh man, they're loving it. My sellers are loving it. But the flip side to that is when they're trying to buy another home because they want to stay in this area, the Tampa Bay area, that's where it becomes a challenge for them. So it's kind of give and take with today's market. But like I said, this is just another additional resource. I won't say it'll be a ton of opportunities, but this is one of those websites where they encourage home ownership. So it's not necessary that the investors will be able to come in and buy everything up and you won't be having opportunity. This is HUD likes to encourage home ownership, and how they do that is by placing certain stipulations on who can submit offers within like the first 10 to 14 days of this property being available. So keep that in mind if you are looking for a home, and then also keep it in mind if you're an investor, because this may not be the immediate resource for you. There are a lot of opportunities here, especially if you find them still on this website for over a 2-week period. So with that being said, let's get creative here and let's do some searching on this website so I can show you guys what I mean. Right. All right, here we go, guys. So you guys should be able to see this. I'm hoping that you guys can, but this is my screen. I am going to show you guys how to navigate the website here. Let me just double check. I just want to make sure that this is going well for us. Sorry about that, guys. Just want to double check here. All right. So okay. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move forward. So with this website here, you guys are able to see exactly what the HUD Home Store website looks like. Now, the objective is to find, what state you're in. It's pretty typical. Search properties, click search. Now, something that a lot of people do is they like to be very finite as in with their search. So I would encourage you, where this is a website where less is better. So typically if it's just the state and the county, but for today's exercise, what we're going to do is just place in a state. I think we did, last time I did it, I always do Florida. So I want to do something different. I think last time we did Alabama, but let's do Georgia. Let's see if we can populate any properties in Georgia. Wow, waloo. All right. So there are properties in Georgia. It looks like Georgia is a little active. They have some new properties here. 1, 2, 3, wow. They have a number of new properties here. So they have a number of new properties that are in Georgia. So how this works is ideally you will place your state in your county, okay? But like I said, for today's exercise, we're just gonna make it a large exercise because I know the inventory is low. As you guys can see, for the state of Georgia, they have 8 active listings. So 8 active listings basically mean that these are properties that are not under contract as of yet. So let's just take a look, see what some of these properties. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That's a typical home. It says they have it listed at $180,000. Okay, square footage on this home is 1344. Not too bad. Looks like it has a fireplace. So keep in mind that a lot of these pictures aren't the best pictures. Um, Typically, you may find, and I do this in my business because I am a HUD agent myself. When I have a listing, my first set of pictures may not be the best ones, but the ones that I place the um, on the MLS and the professional websites, I usually have a professional photographer come in and take pictures, even if the property does need repairs. I'm not the best photographer, so I usually have a professional photographer come in. He goes in, takes pictures, takes wonderful pictures. Even like I said, even if the house is not the most desirable home, he still takes great pictures. So as you look at this home has a fireplace. Looks like it has a huge living room area here, very huge. This is a kitchen. It looks like it's a little pixelated, so it's not a high def pictures. Looks like the appliances are a little dated. I mean, it looks like those might be Element eyes on the stove there, but it does have a microwave. There's a place for a microwave and dishwasher. So the kitchen's not dated. It's definitely structured as one of the more updated kitchens, or laid out with that. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it definitely has a crown molding in here. This looks like this might be like a dining room area right here, right out the front window. Carpet flooring, tray ceilings. This may be a double tray if I'm seeing it, or it may be a tray ceiling with the crown molding across the top there. See the AC vent, so you know you have your AC in here. Carpet flooring. This I would imagine would be the master that has the tray ceiling. This looks like it's towards the rear of the property because that's the backyard there. Another bedroom here, carpet flooring, regular light in the middle. Is this the same bedroom? This looks like it's just off the kitchen area there. So that looks like that was another bedroom. So, and this is the backyard. So as you can tell, I mean, it's not a bad looking home. For 180,000. I know in my market here in the Tampa Bay area, this is unheard of. 3-bedroom, 2-bath for 180,000. I would be curious to know what is going on with this property. These are one of those properties that you want to get your eyes on, and so that you are aware with the HUD homes, the utilities may not be on, and that's being your electrical and your water may not be on. So if it is a home that you are interested in, it is good to know or good to do that. Make sure that you're working with someone that may have a little bit of experience with HUD homes, understanding the process, because there is a process with this. Making sure that you have your financing in line as you go through this process of looking for a home. But one of the tricks that I like to show people, and it's because people, as I'm listing these type of properties in the Tampa Bay area, a lot of people ask me a question along the lines, what's wrong with it? What's going on with it? And how was the inspection? Was an inspection done? There is a general inspection that is completed for each of these homes, and it's uniquely done, and it's not completed the same way as you would have done as a buyer. And what I mean by that is typically what they do is they have an individual that will go out to the property because the homes are typically vacant, utilities are off. An individual will go out to the property and will connect the home to a generator. Yes, a generator. And power the home from the generator. And for testing the water, they test the traps, the P-traps throughout the property. And it's typically where they have a large source, like a 5-gallon bucket of possible water to test things out. So with that being said, it's not your typical inspection. However, it is an opportunity to get a general idea of what's going on. But my point is that information from that general testing that they do is actually on the website here. But a lot of people, they just go to property information and they just they just look at the pictures. No. Let's look at this. So no. If you click on the addendums tab, okay, this is top secret, guys. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff that people that they don't share. So I'm sharing it with you. If you go to addendums and then you click on property condition report, it might tell you about the property. So let's do that. So it's making me download it. Let's do that real quick. Luckily, we have high-speed internet. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I am sharing this document. Hopefully you guys can see this. With that being said, this document will give you the case number for the property, because this is important when you're submitting a HUD offer. And then it'll also give you what was tested. So typically they're going to test the HVAC. They're going to test the electrical. They're going to test the oven, the stove, the different appliances, plumbing. They're going to test it. The hot water heat, the water heater. They're going to test it. They're going to test to see if it has a septic or not. In the roof. Now they're going to say, is the roof in acceptable condition? You know, it's going to be a yes or no question, and they're going to let you know how they viewed it. They typically view the roof with their eyes. Septic, it may be flushed. If it's the toilet, they may flush the toilet. Hot water tank, did it drain? Was it drained? Was it tested? Did it have water in it? Did it actually heat up? Pressure testing, they're going to pressure test the plumbing. You know, typically, you know, at one end, they apply the pressure, and if there's some leaks, it lets them know that, you know, either a faucet or something, or a line is open of some kind, but it's pressurizing and seeing what the return is. They're going to put a certain amount of pressure in there and see what the return pressure is as well. The electrical, like I said, they're going to hook it up to a generator and then test things throughout. Then with the HVAC, which is the air conditioning unit, they're going to test that as well by basically plugging it in and letting it run, see if it blows cool air and see if it blows warm air. And that's the same thing if it had a furnace. But this is very key. I just wanted to share that because I have so many people that ask me that question, and I give them a general answer, and I tell them where they can find this report. And typically this report is also at the property, but a lot of people don't read the documents that are at the property. So just keep that in mind. If you're at the property, this information ideally is there and is posted. So there is some information that is at the property that you guys can gather. So going back to the home tab, that was the state of Georgia. So it looks like they have a little bit of activity there, as I mentioned. And in order to submit, if you find a property that you like and you want to move forward in the process, you need to submit a bid or an offer. So if this was a home that we wanted to submit a bid on, and it's not an auction. And what I mean by that is some people are like, well, hey, is it an auction process? You know, it may feel like an auction at some times. And what I mean by that is because if you have multiple people offering, typically you're going to submit your highest and best. You know, if there's a lot of people offering, you're going to submit your highest and best. There's a whole back and forth situation, and this is for HUD. So keep that in mind. The whole back and forth situation, you may not have that opportunity. So with that also being said, when you submit what you can do, or what you submitting a strong offer. But if you have multiple people submitting offers, it may feel like a bidding process because the sellers will be looking at multiple offers. And with that being said, it gives it a feel of a rush. But if there's not a rush, then they're going to look at your offer. And if your offer is what they're willing to accept, then they'll go ahead and go with it. And keep in mind, cash is not always king in this situation. Cash is not always king. So keep that in mind. So to submit your offer, you just click on this button here, but you do have to be working with a HUD certified agent, and that HUD certified agent needs to be registered through the HUD HUD Home Store website. There is a process for that. It's not taskful. It's not a hard process to get registered, but there are some requirements that you need to have in place in order to do that. So keep that in mind if you are a real estate professional. There's a lot more details. I won't bore everybody with the details. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. But that's how you would actually submit a HUD offer. It's not a hard process. It is a process that happens on a regular basis, and that's if properties are available. And just out of curiosity, before we move on, I just want to see if there are any properties in Florida. And no, because everybody's moving to Florida and taking all the properties. So that's what's happening. Everybody's wanting to move to Florida. Everybody's wanting to buy a home. So there's none in Florida. So nothing there. Stop. So there you guys go. That is the information in reference to the HUD Home Stores. .com website. That's how you're able to purchase a HUD home in 2021. Great opportunities. Just be aware. The more knowledge that you have, the more aware you become, and the more informed decisions that you can make. Sounds like somebody I know that says that quote. So be sure to check this out. This is another great website for you guys to venture to see if there is an opportunity for you. I know that the market is a challenge, and trust me, for all my buyers, I've already looked at this website for us, and nothing at this time, especially for even just for the state of Florida. But if you are in your other states, New York, Georgia, Alabama, the United States itself, California, there are opportunities that present themselves, and when they are placed onto this website, they do not last long at all. But like I said, they typically don't make a decision for about 10 days. So keep that in mind. So it's not like it's a huge rush with some of the properties that are on the market today. But with that additionally being said, I wanted to make sure that if you guys aren't and have not done so already, feel free to follow me on social media. I do have a handle of Chris Brown RE Pro on Facebook, Instagram. You can call me directly. That's actually a direct number for me. So keep that in mind. Reach out to me. These are some great resources, more opportunities, more educational pieces to come. But I just wanted to share that with you. Also keep in mind, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are working on trying to get this grown here. I am going to get better at these videos and make sure that we're providing you guys with a lot of value regarding the real estate market and about building wealth and entrepreneurship. So I hope all is well. Feel free to reach out to me if I can answer any questions for you. Everyone have a great day. Take care of yourself and also have a great week. Take care, guys.